Just a couple of pieces, couple of liners, and we might even reference something that you may or may not have seen in retail. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody, and welcome into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And I hope you guys are doing well out there. It is a Saturday. Hi, Gary Gage. She says, I'll grab a coffee. All right. And Marcy T is here. Good evening to you, Marcy T. Thank you so much for tuning in to the weekend. The weekend is this is an extra. It's a special weekend for those of you that are celebrating. For those that are not, and of course everybody does it differently. If they're doing it at all. So I want to thank you so much for coming in to this segment of Spring with Autumn. I have a couple of stories for you. Some stories that I consider along the social engineering or not quite made. They're trying to make it in their image. And I see that more and more. So we're going to get into a couple of those. We have a zero hedge liner, and we have one other, I think maybe even from the Griot. So yeah, and I'll have the pendulum out for you. So we'll get to that first story, and then we'll bring the pendulum out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And also, here's an FYI. Around 10:30 EST, I will be on Uncool Paranoia for a Clown World, and I'm going to be posting that as well. So if you're around on Eastern Standard Time around 10:30 EST today, you can catch me over on Uncool Paranoia on Clown World. So we'll see. That should definitely be a fun time, and of course, look forward to seeing you guys over there. If you can make it, of course, love to have you over there. But I want to get into our business, our usual business. RCT says Scrabble. Yeah, Scrabble for your lives, right? We're Scrabbling for our lives. Okay, so just really quickly here, let's get going on the weekend. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we have Marcy T in the house as well as Gary Gage. So we're going to get started really quickly here. This first segment that we're going to do, we're going to deal with the zero hedge. So I'm just going to share that screen with you guys and give you the full scale on it. Do you have any defectors out there? I have the best stripes in the business. All right, so looks like California does it again, right? And not to mention the WE form is pushing the same concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in for you so you can have the full screen on today. Thank you so much for tuning in as usual. Okay, so we're going to go to Palm Springs. All right, according to this, Palm Springs, California launches a basic income program for trans and non-binary residents. Now, I'm going to cross-reference in just a little while what the WE form has to say about the UBI. Okay, you know we've had this stuff has been coming for a long time, and it's going to come from we'll bring that one to you from the actual WE form. Okay, hope you guys are doing well out there. We're going to be bringing that to you. According to this, support for basic income has only grown amid surging inflation and an economy kept afloat on endless money printing and an economic climate more uncertain than perhaps any in the last 40 years. Unbeknownst to its typical proponents, UBI has precedent as the state of Alaska has operated its own basic income program since 1976. While the Alaska Permanent Fund is able to pay out around $1,600 annually to residents of the state, those hoping to see the expansion of a basic income payout have much more in mind. In recent years, cities across the U.S. have implemented pilot programs for various basic income models. Typically, these have been done on the municipal level and target groups of low-income demographics like the homeless as a prospective basis to alleviate the costs that are inherent in the impact they have on crime and public health. However, progressives foaming at the mouth for more free money have used these basic income pilot programs as a mechanism to advance their social justice wars. Palm Springs, California is the latest in this trend. The city recently announced a pilot program that will provide transsexual and non-binary residents with up to $900 per month. Palm Springs City Council members voted unanimously to launch the pilot by giving a $200,000 grant to the nonprofit organizations DAP Health and Queer Works. The grant money will be allocated to 20 transsexual and non-binary residents of the city through each nonprofit. Its impact will be reviewed over the next 6 months as the first phase of a three-phase program that the city council hopes to see out over an 18-month period. As the program enters into its successive phases, both nonprofits will incorporate 20 other trans and non-binary participants who will not receive a monthly payout as the basis for a control group in an eerily seeming social engineering experiment. Those receiving the $900 payout do not face any income restrictions or general means test beyond their gender identity. All right. And for our second half, the DAP Health and Queer Works initially sought $900,000 over the course of a three-phase program before receiving the $200,000 grant. That money was provided to the city of Palm Springs by way of $35 million earmarked by the state of California to fund various basic income programs. Palm Springs Mayor Lisa Middleton is transgender themselves, yikes, and has cited her gender identity as the basis for understanding the problem she believes the basic income program will address. Though highlighting the city council's leadership in pledging this effort, the mayor advocated for greater funding for basic income on the state and federal level beyond what Palm Springs can offer. This is far from the first basic income program in California that cities have made exclusive to what they declare as underserved communities. Last year, the city of Oakland initiated a similar program which aimed to provide, quote, families of color, end quote, with $500 per month over an 18-month period in a manner similar to Palm Springs' endeavor. Other programs along those lines were started in Stockton, California, as recently as 2019. Those efforts also extended well beyond the California border, as they have also been attempted in Newark, New Jersey, and Atlanta, Georgia. The political pandering behind basic income programs is a valuable tool for central banks as they seek to implement central bank digital currencies. This economic model could provide them with a framework to advance that cause and the tacit support to easily conceal the agenda behind it. As the economy continues to take a nosedive, the harsh realities of an irresponsible monetary policy that has seen about 1/3 of the U.S. dollars in circulation printed in the last 2 years are looming. Once the dam finally bursts, the chaos may be exactly what the Federal Reserve sees as an opportunity to exploit the political climate to finally get the CBDC it clearly desires. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this segment. So as you can see, I think we talked about this before, where, of course, during the 2020 presidential election, where we had all those tons of, people on the other side of the pit running for president. They were all, I think Andrew Yang was the face of this thing at that particular time. But since then, it's like they've managed to trot these pilot programs out as far south as Louisiana, as maybe even Monroe, Louisiana, which is, I think, a relatively small city and community. And then Atlanta has done some things, something similar with Black women, to the tune about that same $500. So it wouldn't surprise me if they successfully did this. We also talked about earlier in the week a lot of changes that are coming to, of course, there are a lot of things that are on the docket. Assembly Bill 2932 for the 4-day work week at 40 hours. You got that. And then you also have Ayers Schwab and the We Forum has their own take on universal basic income, which I don't know, the CB, what is it? They're trying to come up with a digital dollar. Yeah, they've got the solutions for everything, right? They've totally got the solutions. So what we have is universal basic income is the answer to inequalities exposed by the CV19, right? Of course, everything is a symptom of the CV19, right? Everything is aimed at the CV19. Okay. Let's see, who do we have here? Some people have come in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Gary Gage. Disavowed Podcast says, I have a feeling everyone in that city is going to be non-binary. See, I think this is in that vein. I'm thinking, is this not converting people? Do they think they're not going to create a conversion of people and lifestyles if they think they can get, this income? It's just like, to me, they want everybody sitting at home anyway, waiting on the government to give them money, right? Basically. Fancy Truth is here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Luciano is here. Thank you so much for coming in. Of course, Marcy T's in the house. So we're going to run over to the We Forum, and I'm going to put the pendulum out. So feel free to hang on. And one more time again, if you're around, if you're interested in, I will be on Uncool Paranoia around 10:30 EST tonight. So we're going to be on there. I'm going to be on there. If you're interested, you're welcome to come out. Gary Gage has some medicine for us. He says the Alaska $1,600 comes from the state oil revenue, so not the same thing as grants. You see how thank you for that. Thank you for that, for clearing up the conflation there. They want to, for people that are not really privy to, that information, or Alaska, they wouldn't know. they would just be taking, this editorial. So let's go over really quick here. Thank you guys so much for coming in to the weekend. And we're going to go right now over to what the We Forum has to say. These are the think tanks of Air Schwab and the We Forum. And then we're going to go over to an op-ed that wants to get rid of God. So we'll see what that looks like. All right. So according to this comes from your favorite system. This comes from yours truly, the actual We Forum, and the think tanks over there. So let's get into this one just a second before we go. Our last piece will be more geared towards the weekend. Okay. So let's have a look here. All right. According to this, universal basic income is the answer to the inequalities exposed by CV-19. You see those boxes? What do they say? They're marked with food bank. Okay, food bank. It says people pick up fresh food at Los Angeles Regional Food Bank giveaway. You see, this is all about what they want to give you, what they think you should have. They want you to live off some scratch, and who knows what's in that, is it some lab-based food from the food banks? We're going to find out, right? 22 Ronan, how are you? Okay, so according to this, rule number 1 of crisis management. When you find yourself in a hole, first, stop digging. In the CV-19 outbreak frenzy, several countries are considering massive fiscal stimulus packages and printing money to blunt the concurrent crisis underway, the pandemic and the unraveling economic depression. These plans are essential, but they need to be strategic and sustainable, because in addressing the current crises, we must avoid sowing seeds of new ones, as the stakes are incredibly high. Aren't they so generous to avoid new ones? Don't they sound like the picture of avoiding? They're just so concerned about avoiding. Hey, one crisis begins where another one ends, right? That's what I know it as. Okay, according to this, it is time to add a new element to the policy packages that governments are introducing. One, we know, but have abandoned, is universal basic income, UBI. It is needed as part of the package that will help us to get out of this yawning pit. The naysayers, and there are plenty, will point out that it won't work because no country can afford to regularly dole out money to every citizen. They will argue that we will run unsustainable deficits which cannot be financed. This is a valid concern, but the alternative, not strongly addressing CV-19 repercussions, will result in a greater surge in inequality. That's what they're worried about. Increasing social tensions that would cost governments even more and open countries to heightened risk of societal conflict. Okay, what about open borders? Keeps open countries. Wouldn't this, how was the universal basic income going to affect the country when you're just flooding people in? That'll topple you too, right? There's a surge. May 23rd is coming up, right? The pandemic that began in China has raged across Asia and beyond, exposing inequalities and vulnerabilities of huge populations in the region. This includes informal workers, estimated at 1.3 billion people, or 2/3 of the Asia Pacific workforce, as well as migrants. Don't leave that out. With almost 100 million dislocated in India alone. If a large part of an entire generation loses its livelihood with no social safety net to catch it, the social cost will be unbearably high. Economic instability will follow the flare-up of social tensions. During these times, when we need to kickstart sputtering economies, the payoff of social stability would be tremendous, making an even more powerful argument for UBI. So a new social contract needs to emerge from this crisis that rebalances deep inequalities that are prevalent across societies. To put it bluntly, the question should no longer be whether resources for effective social protection can be found, but how they can be found. UBI promises to be a useful element of such a framework. Countries like the United States and Canada are already making such plans. Alaska, in fact, has been making annual UBI type payments. Here you go. Get a gauge to every state resident for decades. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pledged a Canadian $2,000 a month for the next 4 months to workers who have lost income due to the pandemic, a short-term form of UBI. Now we need to expand it and make it work in the long term. And we can. We must approach it differently from how we have in the past. We should neither view it as a handout nor as a band-aid solution to aid onto systems already in place. Instead, we should use the current twin crisis to reevaluate where we are, quote, still digging, end quote. To make UBI fly, we will need fair taxation. Countries will have to work together, exchanging data across borders to stop people and corporations from evading taxes. Simply put, we must all pay our fair share. With good conscience, we can no longer privatize profit and socialize loss. Then stop the subsidies, notably fossil fuel subsidies, which hinder the path to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, especially climate change targets. This would benefit us all while generating financial resources, not just for UBI, but also to support affected fossil fuel companies. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are among the richest people on the planet, have both advocated for the rich to pay more in taxes, the lack of which has led to a growing and enormous disparity. According to the Credit Suisse 2018 Global Wealth Report, 10% of the world's richest own 85% of its wealth. Okay, so they give you a little graphy here, little infography here. Do Europeans want basic income? Okay, so this is based on a census representative survey of 11,021 people across the 28 EU countries completed in March 2017. If there would be a referendum on introducing basic income today, how would you vote? Well, here they're showing a vote for 68% and a vote against at 24%. And it looks like an even smaller percentage over here. Let's see, the would not vote percentage looks like it's representing roughly, I don't know, 18% perhaps, if possible. Not sure, maybe 18%, because this is the vote for and the vote against, and I guess the abstaining is what we might call it here in the States. So there, actually, let me get it right. No, we have, that's actually 92%. So it's only 8% would not vote. So I stand corrected by 10 abstaining votes. So it's 8% would not vote. At what point do you think your country should introduce basic income? You have 31% saying as soon as possible. And after successful experiments in my country, 32%. After successful experiments in other countries, 16%. Not any time in the near future, 13%, and never at a whopping 8%, similar to the would not vote, huh? All right. And yeah, so you can see it's kind of a mouthful there coming out of the WE forum, and that's their data, okay? That's their data. So I'm going to try to finish this one up here. I'm going to put the pendulum out here while I finish this one up, and then we'll go on to something else. Okay. All right. So we'll finish this one up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So we're getting to the end of that. But here, multinationals too are not paying their fair share. Apple, Amazon, Google, and Walmart, to name just a few, generate mind-boggling profits and pay limited amounts in taxes after taking advantage of all wrinkles in tax systems. If the top 1,000 corporations in the world were fairly taxed, it would allow for a modest UBI to be tightly and reasonably dispensed in the countries across the world. Something is simply wrong and broken when governments are deprived of funds they should justifiably have to construct a better state. Lest the naysayers think this is a theory from the left, the idea of tax competition has been touched upon for years on end by the Organization of the Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. Its members include the US, Canada, and Western European countries. This is what its fiscal policy experts say, quote, To work effectively, a global economy needs some acceptable ground rules to guide governments and business, such as a framework can help business to move capital to locations where it can optimize its return without impeding the aim of national governments to meet the legitimate expectations of their citizens for a fair share in the benefits and cost of globalization. Okay, let me tag in here. It looks like we have a visitor. Da-da-da. All right, who's in our house? Who's King Troll? Oh,
Oh,
it's
no, 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 no.
old
I'm getting
head.
trolled. It's old head. I'm getting trolled by my friends. That's what that is.
Okay, what have you got for us, old head? What have you got for us?
I came in to salute because I don't like, commenting in the comments and never show up. I just want to say, hey, I'm watching your show for a while. You're getting better and better. Keep at it. We didn't have robot waitresses when we first met.
No, we did not. We've come along. We've come a
Oh,
long
no.
way.
No, they had to bring your food. And look. So I met you to move from Cali and everything.
Yeah, you've been on the trail for some time. I got to help you to say. Look who else is here. It's a
Well,
reunion here. It's Marcy
salute,
T.
Marcy. How are you, Marcy?
Hi, honey. How are you?
Doing great.
Good to hear
Doing
from
good.
you. And
Uh
thank you. I'll tell my little daughter now that I gained what you said.
huh.
Get out. I just talked to her, old deuce head.
That's good. Yep. Survive the situation and put it all behind you.
I had to pray her into prison. She went crazy when my little sister died.
Ah,
Yeah, she had 3 children, and Whitney was the baby, and Whitney just ran with it. And they're still not healing yet. I'm working on them though. It's hard. Bless you
oh
for
yeah.
saying that.
It's a process.
I took a picture of you saying salute to her, so she's gonna like that.
Yeah, just the movie. Get out. That's the goal. That's the goal. Get
Yes,
out.
get out and stop
Yeah,
messing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you was in the game was all about getting out the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, that's neither here nor there for this conversation. How
All
are
right, so
you
how are
doing?
you doing, Deuce?
Are you ready for the next psyop? Can you sit on your hands?
Did you just see it come through? California, another FFSHOOTING.
Who, me?
California, just now.
Oh,
I sent it to you, Autumn, on
I see it. I got it.
oh.
It's in the it's in
It's
this it's
here.
in
The
the
next IOP's already here, old deuce head. They've been doing it for the last, I don't know, couple days.
You missed
look
that
at
other
you,
movie.
Deuce. Look at
You
you. What are
missed
you
that
doing
picture,
out
Autumn.
there?
Ooh, that looks pretty.
Are you in the
Yeah, I got leaves.
backyard?
Yeah, leaves on a tree. Leaves on the tree.
It's ugly here and it's cold. It's 30 freaking 9 degrees here. I
It's
am
April.
stressed.
It's
Old
almost May,
Cole.
man.
He changed his name. Old deuce head.
Oh yeah, I gotta go
Lovely.
back and fix that, man. I got trolls, man. I got trolls. I probably deserves it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm serious here. I'm serious. You know what? But other places I'm not so serious.
All right.
I like cussing kids out, but I would never cuss out Autumn because she got her act together.
Exactly. We
Oh my
Yeah,
love
God.
our autumn here, don't we, old deuce head?
yes we do. Young got her head on straight. We watching.
Yeah,
And she's gonna keep it there too, aren't you, Autumn?
I'm trying. It's a battlefield, Marshy T.
It is.
It's a battlefield. So what do
You'll
you
be
guys
okay.
think about this basic? What do you guys think about these? To me, they just want us all sitting at home depending on them.
Yeah. So
That's
they
my
can tell
that's
you
my
what
bottom
to
line.
do. Okay, it's to
Because
tell
the end
you
game, the
control.
end game is this: we're getting farmed as a human race. It's only logical, by the way, capitalism, where slavery is already perfect capitalism. Make as much money as you can of somebody else.
I believe it's a control issue.
Well,
And if you don't do what they
is,
say,
is,
it's turn you off. No food for
okay,
you.
okay. If you want to sit and listen to my bullshit and eat my bullshit and believe in my bullshit, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Excuse my language.
Easy.
You're
Excuse my language. I'm sorry. You know
E-
that's why I'll come. That's why
just
I'll
say
come up top. I
you're
don't come up
dropping
top
every
that much.
you're dropping every bomb, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
oh my god. Yeah, easy. Kids might be watching this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are very
Oh my,
conservative and you don't, do all that. I'm sorry.
well,
Marcy getting fired up though. Let's give Marcy some
what,
of the blame.
who's here? Go ahead. What have you got? Go ahead, Marcy T. Hi, Uncool Paranoia and Anarchy.
I was just gonna say, I don't know. I don't like it one single bit.
Okay. Well, I'll say this in game is we're getting farmed. It's only logical.
Mhm.
It's
Here's
only logical.
your worms and your cockroach drink, and here's your $1,000 a month, and
Yeah,
you better
yeah.
sit there in your 4x4 and be on that computer, okay? And if
Yeah.
not, turn off time.
The only animals you see is out of PetSmart.
Yep. Out of the metaverse.
Yep. In the future, they could sell you a roach for 25 cents out of PetSmart if they keep up with what's going on. That's
Oh
how
my
much
god.
game they got. That's how much game they got. Don't underestimate them. But what I'm saying is this: we're getting farmed. We're in
Yeah.
a bubble of consumerism and just sit there and eat and bleed their bullshit. And you guys have already broken out of it. I mean, that's why I'm here.
Well, old head, you are just full of surprises today. Wisdom and
Yeah.
and
Yeah, get me all pepped up. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Having a good
honestly, but
time.
to me, I start to think when they do these $1,000, how do they decide that that's enough crumbs or shekels or scratch for the plebes, for us peasants? I mean, what where
Because
does
they're
that
gonna make
put the
sure
cost of
they're gonna
everything?
make sure they're gonna make sure. See, Autumn, you young. Marcy, will tell you, they'll make sure you'll take what they offer. They'll make sure, and then kick it on your life ass right now. Sorry, I did it again. But what I'm saying is this: they do
It's
that to
hard not
everybody.
to swear talking about these fools.
But I'm saying is this: okay, it's a rap called it's a group called the Cool. It's a game. It's a rap called um something cats. Big cats, bigger fish. When you hear it, you see what I'm talking about. It's like a they'll make sure that you will take the deal.
Yeah, because
Order out of chaos. And but what I learned is that sorry, Marcy.
no, that's all right. Sorry, I was cutting in. It's like
What I'm
sometimes
saying,
when you're dieting, doesn't a saltine cracker taste delicious? That's how they're gonna make you want it.
you
But
know that's a rich crack.
sometimes,
That's a rich cracker joke, Marcy. Knock it off.
no, it's not. It's
Yes,
serious.
it is.
I used to diet all the time. And when sometimes I'd be starving and a cracker would just taste delicious. Like, oh my God, this is the best cracker I ever ate. Yes, what's his name? Not Dave Chappelle, the first one. Eddie Murphy had that joke.
That's right. Rich cracker. That's right. The rich cracker theory.
But it's true.
Hey, don't look at that BSW. Black Spring, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't go back and look at that.
It's a Eddie Murphy movie. He had a date. He
That
was
was from
talking about,
that was from Delirious, right?
was it delirious? Yeah.
Might have been. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was explosively hilarious.
It was. And here's the shoe his aunt could
Yeah,
throw it.
yeah. But Marcy, hey, Marcy, you on the other side of that? What you kikiing at?
Your mic's off, Autumn.
Oh my gosh.
You a rich cracker
Okay,
yourself.
Okay, get us back on. You got me and him on all over now.
here we go. Let's see.
What are
We
we
got
talking
okay. Anthony Van Zant, how are you? Says afternoon in Canada, the UBI is being aligned with digital ID wallets that contains mocktail status for social behavior, credit scoring, and blockchained by app platforms and phones in technocracy.
Yep. See,
So,
that's what
so,
that's
so,
the
yep.
whole deal right there.
What's his name
Blockchain.
again? What's his name again?
Anthony Van Zant.
Anthony Van Zant. I salute that comment. Now, excuse me, Marcy. Um, you're on the need to know basis, but they got big plans for you. Feel me?
Yep. Sure do.
I'm
Yeah,
tracking.
I like that. I like that.
Well, we have one more thing here. We have a couple more here, but this is Luciano. Hi, Luciano. It says the Sacramento shooting, Dallas shooting, and Manhattan subway shooting all swept under the rug. Could it be the suspects were white? Weren't white. Sorry, that word makes a difference, right? White. 3 consecutive failed FFs. Okay, you guys got to pick up. You guys know what we mean. We're talking FFs around here. I'm going to scroll down for one more. Anarchy Television says, according to the World Economic Forum, if you get in their way, you will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, how is that possible to be happy? Because you're not going to have this no more working.
That's a strange distortion. Salute anarchy.
That's the only way you're going to be happy with nothing, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Gary Gage has a comment. He says a bag of PetSmart dried worms is probably better nutrition than Burger King. Salute as old.
But it might be so close. You might need a few crickets.
Ew.
Chocolate. What did they say? Chocolate covered crickets.
Yeah. No wonder they were always trying to say it was gourmet.
Don't be too good. Scream. Black spring to eat a locust.
What?
I used to put some pepper on mine. Goodness gracious.
What? Crispy. Chocolate dip,
for us, don't
here's
they?
the deal.
Marcy, you eat a chocolate
not
covered
too far.
I'm
not too far from now.
First, I'll eat leaves, grass. I'll eat.
Marcy,
like
the Denny's robot will bring you some chocolate covered ants.
No, thank you. I can't do it.
But here's the deal. Uncool Paranoia says that with a glass of cockroach milk on the side.
Yeah, thank you. That's I just no.
You get hungry enough.
I give all my. What are they called in the Army? Old Deuce said.
MRE.
Yeah, I'll give all my MRIs or E's to you with my milk.
I eat a cockroach before I eat an MRE again.
God, seriously? Okay.
I eat a cockroach before I eat an MRE again.
And remember they had that one actress, the skinny, scrawny one with the big old lips that was married to Brad Pitt, telling everybody to eat scorpions. And
Angelina Jolie.
I didn't say her name because I didn't want to get in trouble.
That's how she got that skinny?
Yeah, that girl's about 90 pounds and 6 foot tall.
Oh yeah, she need a bacon wrapped steak.
What? A ham sandwich.
Everybody starts throwing hamburgers at her when she walks by.
Man, you catch one and suck the brain up to the beyond capacity, trying to look good.
Anyways, they had her out there eating weird things like scorpions and poisonous spiders. Yes,
you can, but that's not reason. Hey, I can eat that, but what the birds gonna eat?
Spider ready to eat.
I can eat that, but what the birds gonna eat? This is upsetting the natural order of things.
Exactly. So they're wrong right there, old Deuce. You did it. You proved them all wrong. Here's another thing I'd like to announce. This is a public service announcement.
Come on.
It's the second year in a row that Marcy T had a perfect physical. My blood work. I'm getting younger as I get older.
Hooray, Marcy T. You guys give it up in the chat for Marcy T. For
none of this. I hugged whoever. I whoever. I was hugging. I was all over. I never had this on. I never did that. And I got off of all of their stuff too.
Yes,
Basically.
but to me, the real killer is stress.
Cheats?
Yeah, I didn't see a picture of my heart, but my blood work was perfect.
We don't want to see a picture of your heart. We want to see you jump roping.
That's how I look jump rope.
Wait a minute. We have another comment. We have another comment that says from Anthony Vansett says the farmer must, quote, track, end quote, the chicken down and grab him and control him before slaughter. It's about, quote, depop, end quote, not control. Control is a tool in the toolbox. Okay.
Yes, it is that first, but ultimately it's to be controlled. They want to control.
Yeah, but it wants you to feel
Down
trapped.
past under 500 million, and then that's the ones they'll control. Absolutely. That's why they're doing what they're doing over there in Hong Kong or Shanghai, wherever it is.
Yeah, 'cause how can you do that and get away with it and nobody say nothing?
Because we don't have any power, obviously, huh? What happened?
Well, you got Ukraine. Everybody looked over their shoulder. What are you gonna do? We know for popping shit. They didn't say. Oh, sorry, did it? Man, Spring, you. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. So look,
That's you got to practice coming on here more, so you stop that.
How many people gonna jump bad before they have to say or do something? Because they. How many people got to jump bad before the United States says or does something? We're gonna get dragged into something.
Okay, look. As far as I've been watching this very informative channel called Film Archives, the United States has been in every major conflict behind the bad guys as well from the beginning of its inception.
Always has an opinion, which comes more than that with something in on it. I mean, it's not just having an opinion; they put money behind it.
Yeah, and okay, here's for example. Did anybody here know that when World War II started, they were on horseback until General Motors decided to be Generous Motors and put them in cars,
which led to tanks.
Yeah. How far would this Holocaust have went had they been on horseback? Thank you, America.
That's pertinent. That's pertinent information to people who don't know.
It's like this. This is what we do.
Well, no. Have you read the book from what's the book? The Creature from Jekyll Island.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've read that book too, so I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. You got to go to this channel, the Film Archives. They're going through everything. There ain't nothing left on. There's not a stone left unturned right now.
You had here we go. Just 1 second here, guys. 1 second.
Tip of the iceberg. Iceberg.
I want to say hello to Freedom's March, and Uncool Paranoia is here. She says war equals big business. Yeah. Also, I said this earlier, but if you're just coming in, I'm going to be on Uncool's channel tonight at 10:30 EST. So if you want to come over, Uncool, if you want to come on and do a little promo, tell them about tonight. And you guys are welcome to come on over and see what happens. It's entitled Clown World, I believe, and I did put the announcement in the community tab. So go over there and look at it, and we'll be happy to see you. Freedom Smart says, "Hey everyone, Disavowed podcast." I don't know. I did a little bit of a. What's that?
Freedom March is a 3-month country boy. Tell him I said what's up.
You can tell him yourself.
Actually, I had In-N-Out yesterday.
In-N-Out.
Yes, I did.
In-N-Out has been over. There's been a ridiculous line at In-N-Out since Friday.
I know. But mine was hot because I ordered mine special.
Or last week. So I was like out. I wasn't in at all. I was just out.
You know you miss it, but it's cool. You know, it come up, you go break even because it's a dumpster fire right out here.
Oh
The
yeah, without a
paranoia,
doubt.
the attitude, the fucking this shit is crazy. Oh God, my goodness.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna send you
I'm
that
gonna go.
bottle of that soap, that bar of soap from
I'm gonna go. It's Marcy's
from A
fault.
Christmas Story.
Marcy, get me fired up.
We're gonna send you that nice bar of soap from A Christmas Story. Anthony
As a
Van
matter of
Zant
fact,
says,
Marcy
"What's it?
has had a slip of the lip a couple of times. Nobody said nothing.
Oh come on, oh come on, yeah, you're running circles around us with the profane.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
dropping
I'm
bombs.
sorry.
You're dropping.
I'm sorry.
We need a FEMA to come clean up what you drop.
I'm not a I'm not a foul person. I'm just trying to express myself.
Yeah, yeah. We'll that part. We'll take that. Okay,
Okay,
Anthony
cool.
Van Zant says under $500,000 is a bill of goods because Lucy is after every soul. So the capstone gives everybody a job, and they hide it by reconstructed telecommunications traffic, aka metaverse. Reality disappears.
Right, but that's the satanic goals is the 500 million under. So they need there's a movie called The Time Machine, and they had the underground race along with the yep, Russia did it along with the above ground race. And the ones in the below race, the above ground race, some are for slaves, some are for food, some are for mates, and some are just for having the babies, right? So this is their goal set. This wasn't. I'm sure Lucy does want everybody, but he'll have them 500 million because they're going to be exact replicas of. They're not going to have none of us there. They don't want us that carry the truth in us. They only want these people that have no clue. So it's going to be a lot of younger people, in my opinion. But you're right.
Well, they prey on the young systematically. So you can see that coming.
Yeah, uncool.
You have to unlearn youngins and then show them and then wake them up.
Your mic's off, Autumn.
You know, I get lost. I get lost in the sauce. I get lost in the sauce. But I do have one more liner, and it's going to be on the New York Times, basically saying that they need to do away with. I'm so sick of these people.
Let's do away with them. How about welcome? They never say that. It's time to do away with me.
Yeah. What concept are they introducing you to?
I got hot. I had to take that hat off.
Well, yeah, sure. Cool down, Marcy. Cool it down.
What's your other article?
Okay, this one is Let's Pass Over God. That's the New York Times for you. It's an op-ed. The what?
Slimes, New York slime.
Is that a Chinese back article?
A what?
Yeah, probably
Chinese back or Chinese approved. They came out with it.
Okay, let's see. I don't think it's not very long.
Anarchy.
Okay. Anarchy. Okay. Are you here?
Slew anarchy.
All right, so here we are. Let's go into this. In this time of war, I propose we give up God. This is an opinion piece. Okay, published April 15th. Are you guys ready? Are you sitting down? Okay, so look at this imagery here.
Oh, wow. No, that's not. That's Satan. Liars.
Okay, look at those jagged teeth in there. Nice dental work. Okay, so we'll keep going.
Needs to be fully investigated.
This weekend, this is by Shalom Auslander. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, it says this weekend, Jews around the world will celebrate the holiday of Passover, the name of which comes from the story of God, quote, passing over, quote, the homes of our distant ancestors on his way to slaughter the firstborn sons of evil Egyptians. Our forefathers, the story goes, marked their doorposts with lamb's blood in order to spare their own sons the awful fate of their enemies. In this time of war and violence, of oppression and suffering, I propose we pass over something else: God. Two aspects of the Passover story have troubled me since I was first taught them long ago in an Orthodox yeshiva in Monsey, New York. I was 8 years old, and as the holiday approached, our rabbi commanded us to open our Shamashim, or Old Testament, to the book of Exodus to get us in the holiday spirit. He told us gruesome tales of torture and persecution. Quote, the Egyptians, end quote, he told us, quote, used the corpse of Jewish slaves in their buildings, end quote. What you mean they use slaves to build their buildings, end quote? I asked. Quote, and the slaves died from work, end quote. Quote, no, end quote, said the rabbi. Quote, they put the Jewish bodies into the walls and used them as bricks, end quote. My father was something of a handyman at the time, and this seemed to me a serious violation of basic building codes, not to mention a surefire way to lose a home sale. Quote, is this brick? End quote, the interested couple asked. Quote, no, end quote, says the realtor. Quote, that's corpse, end quote. But just as troubling, even more so today in the light of the brutal slaughter taking place in Ukraine, were the plagues themselves. God, the rabbi said, struck all the Egyptians with his wrath, not just Pharaoh and his soldiers. Egyptians, young and old, innocent and guilty, suffered locusts and frogs, hail and darkness, beasts running wild, and water becoming blood. Mothers nursing their babies, the rabbi explained, found their breast milk had turned to blood. Quote, yay, end quote, my classmates cheered. But Pharaoh, the story continues, still wouldn't relinquish his slaves. Technically, this was God's fault as he, quote, hardened Pharaoh's heart, end quote. But the issue of
shut up, blasphemous. I'm sorry, I'm about ready to punch this author.
Yes, it's kind of heavy, right?
Yeah. What?
But hey, by the time he got the story, it was twisted. I don't want to be too hard on the kid.
These are the same ones that slaughtered our Savior. So go ahead, keep lying, boys. You've been doing it 2,000 years. Keep it up.
Boy, with breast milk turn to blood, you scratch your head and say,
yikes.
Who wrote this?
Right.
A Pharisee, Sadducee type. That's who wrote it.
It's hard to read.
I will get in trouble.
It's hard to read. You know, it's full of
blasphemy. It's a bunch of lies. That's baloney.
So, and they call this an opinion piece. It sounds like historical, a twisted historical fiction.
Yeah, you got something against Similac or something. I understand. I'm confused. I need clarification.
What?
Okay. So I don't know. I might just give you guys this piece because I don't know how much more of this I can actually.
No.
They
always do this.
The blood references are a bit intense.
Maybe it's coded.
Maybe. Actually, I'm almost to the end of it. If you guys can. Well, no, I'm not. Well, almost. A lot of dialogue. A lot of dialogue between him and
he's just going to tell you to pass over G-O-D. Small.
So you guys get that. Yes. I'll put that in the chat for you. If you guys want to pick up this tale.
And it's just like it's the Phil. Okay, before you come on, Autumn, I got one of those news flashes, and it was Lizzo. Is that her name, Lizzo?
You want to see that on camera?
How you spell it?
I have
She's
to get
got a new song out, Autumn, and I had to. It's like a train crashing. I had to go look.
I have to give the people what they want, Marcy. Are you suggesting that I play what I found on that?
Oh my! I heard the song finally too. Hot dog, hamburger, pizza.
Do you know what Lizard will
What?
say to you, little skinny, little fine? You know what Lizard will say to you?
Yep. Well, here she's singing this song, you guys listen, and she goes, and I'm looking for a boy or a girl for my date tonight. And I'm
Uh-oh.
like, this is on the radio, and it's calling it the song of the summer.
Oh wow!
She,
No.
hey, she probably didn't
That's
write it. She
corruption.
probably didn't write the song.
Well, no, but it's corrupting the children that are on here hearing and she's not a bad singer. The
That's the
song
cycle.
All right.
kind of a cute beat, whatever, but
That's the
But
cycle.
do you? But the thing is, you know, what I sent earlier, somebody else made that.
right. Well, this
With-
is her video. This girl.
Well,
And
we all know that the record companies are.
well, I didn't know her, and I'm like, did you ever hear this girl, Autumn? And her name, I think, is Lizzo. She had on these giant size
Last time I saw
shoes, yeah,
Lizzo,
glass shoes, and her butt was hanging out. You could count.
yeah,
the size of
at the liquor game, which did not help us win.
And she's walking around exercising, so-called. And I was like, that woman ain't exercising in those 6-inch stilettos. She's heading to the hooker bar. She's going to be riding a pole upside down.
But
She might bend it.
wait. If you guys want, like, I don't know if I might lose ratings or I might lose if the tubes might not like me showing this video.
If Lizzo bend the pole, no one's gonna be surprised or mad.
Wait. Okay, so for those of you, I'm going to do this. This channel is, every now and then we got to do something outrageous, right? I got to do something hainty and outrageous.
Hey, Marcy did this, not me. It's Marcy. Disclaimer.
I did because I was like, what is going on here? We can't even. Corruption's it's infiltrated, okay? It's now infiltrated into all the seams of everything. This is a done deal. It's over, people, if you didn't notice.
Corruption is infiltrated is an understatement.
They've been given over to a reprobate mind.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to bring it to you. Okay, you want to see? All right, this is going to be intense, so I'm just trying to let you guys know this up front.
So watch your eyes.
Don't hide the kids. Lock the doors. Hide the kids. Is that what it say? Okay. Let's see. This is what I want to say. When they talk about stuff like black magic, black girl magic, just drop the girl, and then you're going to get what the real deal is. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play this. Everybody hang on. I'm only going to play it one time. So don't ask me to do it again. Okay. I'm going to share the screen with you here. So are you guys ready? All right. Somebody edited this, another content creator. He's pretty spot on. So I'm going to put this thing on pause here. I'm sorry. It's going too soon already. So I'm going to have to blow it up. Is that all right? And you notice all the captions that he has right here. So this is what's going on. It's we're turning into the house of ill reputes, the United States of ill reputes to me. Okay, so here we go. All we do is promote this kind of stuff. Somebody's already barfing. Are you ready? You guys ready? Okay, and 3, 2, 1.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, rat. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, beans,
Guaranteed munchies.
Lamb,
They want young girls to wear outfits like this now, right? Isn't that what this is saying?
That will bump any season.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so but yeah, this is somebody says crack kills.
So does hyperinflation.
Yeah, so does stress from on them high heels that's carrying that big old gal around.
Yeah, gas go up $4. Nobody say nothing.
Right. Wait. Hey, Uncool says it's Rikishi from WWE. Oh my god.
They've been promoting this girl though all over the place, and she always has that kind of clothes on, if that's what you call it. I'd be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I mean,
yeah,
no way.
I'm like,
okay. Dudes, I know me and you wore bell bottoms back in the day, right? Would you wear them back in the day, Deuce? Because I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would, and you did.
I didn't wear no chaps with my behind hanging out. I don't even have a butt.
You had on the bell bottoms with the tube top at the beach.
Yeah, I had that on. I had those elephant bell bottoms.
You had the Brady bell bottoms.
That's right. The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch bell bottom.
On Autumn.
Okay, I did it again. So Uncool. Luciano says that Uncool's backing that thing up.
Is she dancing? Get on here and show us, girl. How you doing?
The Rikishi tow truck.
I hope they didn't fill the fuel tanks.
He's a double fuel.
She should have to pay extra for the fuel.
Yeah, does she have to pay for 3 seats on him on the airplane?
That'll be $7.
Wait,
that'll be $7.
What are they going to call it? Equity? Seat equity? What are you going to call? How many seats does she need in a private plane like that?
$7 a gallon with a straight face.
Wait, it says Gary Gage says if she's making all that food, then I'm on board.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too. I'm just not wearing them chaps.
You said the chaps.
Well, I don't see chaps.
I'm not wearing chaps though.
That doesn't better the situation.
Wow. Oh wow, you guys are killing me on this stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's conservative broadcast. I apologize.
Well, but that wasn't conservative. What I just played. That wasn't. That was like.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that this is the deal. They want to promote the girls to be like. Why every time they show a black person, a black woman, they've got somebody in the double sizes, as if black people cannot get in shape, or they don't have any other examples.
Well, when you look at that, who's sponsoring it?
I don't know.
There you go. The drug companies is a mob, and the mob is controlled by corporations.
Well, and fat kills, obesity kills.
Well, it might be. I'm not a lawyer. I can't prove this and that, but from that perspective, it's from perspective of capitalism. It's ran by the health companies. Kaiser giving her check. I can't prove it. I don't know that, but I'm just saying. Just from what we're talking about, just per being a detective, I say he was giving her a paycheck, whether she knows it or not.
Absolute sponsors her. Logitech sponsors her.
Whoa, Marcy, you're rolling off the business here. Come on.
Let me see who else.
Let it be broke then, Marcy.
Yep, Logitech. All I did is put in who sponsors this woman. Absolute.
Vodka?
Amazing.
Used by Clio. Wow.
Yeah. Now you see what I'm saying? They got a NASCAR on their back.
Yeah.
Your favorite rapper got a NASCAR on their back.
They sure do. They got a freaking NASCAR on their back.
Yeah. Unless they're independent. And they
So
will tell
everybody, the industrial complex basically does it because it's
yeah,
through that
but
mainstream media, which is part of the military industrial complex.
so they
It
make
all
your
works in
pain,
sync.
yeah, so they're making your pain your and their entertainment. So it's a mental slavery.
Exactly.
But if you know that, man, it's so fun to listen to.
Right. But these little kids, they don't know that. And they're looking at that and they're like, actually, it's child abuse. Sorry.
It is child abuse. It's mental abuse,
And
but
it's
to
the
everybody,
exploitation of this young lady but the Bible tells you too about that. It says don't work in a field where it's filthy lucre. Basically,
yep.
that's what she's doing. I'm gonna
Don't,
show my big cellulite butt off here for money
yeah. She got a Buick
and to
commercial.
corrupt all the little kids, the boys and girls watching me strut around like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's child abuse.
Yeah, here's the
Even
thing,
in
though.
that arena strutting around like that.
The complaint is there's not enough talent out there. No one's getting any record deals who has talent. The songwriters are not. You know, it's total mind control, but everybody just sitting in the back getting paid, not saying nothing.
Exactly. See, that's why we're here, right? We're the only ones that talk and do this. Yeah, you're right, old head.
I'm just saying my opinion.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm just giving mine.
You listen to.
I am an in-game conspiracy theorist.
I
Just
mean, you
in-game.
hear some of these songs out there. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Come on, I said that
Yeah.
when I was like 17 years old.
Okay, okay. It's the same people who sponsor Lizzo probably sponsor Family Guy.
Oh, I'm sure. We all know who that is. It's the EWEs.
It's the mob. They have a mob and they play different. They got a mob and they play.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So I mean, it
Like
is what
I
it
said,
is.
you got to look up this Jacobyism.
I gotta look that up.
You'll see where this filth comes in. They think they're calling somebody in here quicker to do something. The filthier they can get, the sooner they're going to call Lord God Almighty after them so they can fight him. It's retarded.
This is a fantastic conversation. But I'm gonna.
I mean, I feel crazy saying it, but this is what they think, and this is where it came from. This Jacobyism from way back in the day.
Yeah. You know what? I'm starting to think that none of this was going on is a new trick.
It's not, and everything is under the sun. There's nothing new, right?
Yeah, there's always been a pandemic. There's always been a world war. There's always been a, you know, when it was able to name it.
To take over the world and be king of the mountain. I mean, we played games like that, right? And think of the games they taught us. Ring Around the Rosie was about a disease process.
It's all, yeah, when you look back at it, it all come out to something awful.
Exactly. All of it. And the more you're learning the his story part of it, you're seeing it all. And it's like, this whole life has been nothing but nothing. It's a big trick. Big clown show. And these
why are you teaching? Why are you teaching kids to be fair in school and be good in school, and then they see hypocrisy, and then they really get pissed off, and then the parents don't have an answer. So that's a cycle in itself. All I can say is no one is half the battle; the other half is moving right. What else can you do? What else can you do? Because when the pressure's on, who has your side but just people like me, you know what I'm saying? You even gotta like each other, but
right. Here's what I'm saying right now, I believe that's happening right now. That we're in a time where we have got to get together, all of us, somehow, and have each other's back, because they have been given over now to reprobation. all day
Yeah,
long. All day long, that's total corruption. And this is what's going on. They're going to start turning on people that don't act like that. Do you understand what I'm saying, people?
that means some of the people who are not
Right
criminals.
on.
They're going to be like, I know this one here, and she never took toxin. Never. And she talks about
Yep.
it all the time.
Yes, they pay for that. It's called snitching.
Yeah, and they're going to start doing it really bad because
Well, that's the next racism. Who has the power?
it's the unvaccinated.
Yep. And I'll tell you a sweet ass time before they strike.
I can see it now, right now, in just my everyday dealings with so-called regular Joes that don't have a clue. I can't stand them anymore. I can't be around them. I don't want to talk with them. They got nothing to the table, and they think I'm crazy. And I'm sitting here knowing they are. It's getting very difficult. It's time that we come together because the book of Amos told us this, didn't it not? It said, gather together more so as you see these things coming quicker and quicker because that baby's about to come out. We gotta be together, all of us, one-on-one, somehow get our numbers out to each other. If I can get emails.
A significant number of people are thinking the same thing, but
how do we do it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's power. They got all the power, but we got the numbers.
Yeah, they keep ignoring their opinion. What are they going to do when the opinion comes through? What are they going to do when the racism and the greed is not enough?
So, I mean, okay, here, an example too. We went to a Coney Island. It's in Michigan. These are little, like, greasy spoon places where you can get fantastic breakfast, cheeseburgers, French fries with gravy, Coney Island hot dogs. Anyway, the regular Joes were sitting in there talking. There's about 6 of them. And my son said, Mom, did you hear that? And I'm like, no, why? What'd they say? And he said, they're saying, let's steal these politicians' ORGANSs and give them to the good people. You see, this is what they're afraid of. People are waking up. And when the mass wakes up and they see what they've done to us from the get-go, that's what's going to happen. And we got to be prepared in here and in here. And that's why we're all gathered together again today, I believe. And I
think right on to that, Marcy, but it's like, what does that mean when they talk about people putting on the full armor? If you're not armed up, you might not be able to handle it up top.
Okay, the full armor of God is reading the word of God and knowing what's coming. That's what it is, the full armor. It's you got to have faith to read the word. You got to get in there. The reading of the word is your shield against the the arrows that the devil's shooting at us all day long. I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm tacked 24/7 now. If I'm not laughing, I'm crying. I'm not sleeping maybe 4 hours a night.
I know that. I know that script.
And this anxiety, it's something I've never felt before in my life. And I'm a competent woman. I've taken care of myself well since I was about 16 years old. And that's a long time. Because as Angry Conservative said, I'm older than dirt. Right, old Deucehead? But this is getting difficult, and we have got to do something, and it's us. We are the resistance. And I'm not just copying AJ either, because I don't really even like him anymore.
But is that who I think it is?
Yeah, AJ. Rawr! Rawr!
Hey, Marcy, your impersonations are priceless. Are you
I
a voice
told you,
actor?
Autumn, I used to do commercials all the time. I'd get in the mirror with a toothpaste. You wonder where the yellow went when you brushed your teeth with Pepsodent. Yeah, I do all
Nice.
kinds of impersonations.
Well, here we have a comment here from Anthony Van Zant. He says we need reassert in-person witness because you can't fight tech with tech because there's nothing decentralized about the internet because Lucy is on a team of one and there's nothing more centralized than that.
You're right.
Interesting.
Anthony's slamming some home runs in today.
That's what I mean.
But see, I ain't scared of no Lucy, and I know the Bible said in there that we might be able to, we'll do greater things than even the apostles. So Jesus can whip Lucy up real nice for us. All we got to do is keep talking, keep standing back up and saying, come on and get me. But you're
There
right.
you go.
It's like we used to be able to write letters, right?
You mean to these crazy representatives?
No, to each other. We can start writing letters to each other. Snail mail. I'm going to be here at this time, at this date. Let's all meet here. How are they going to know? Send many messages from different mailboxes all over. They won't be able. You're right, Anthony. You got my mind racing now. And if we all come together, we can do it in person. Is right to witness each other, but we got to get together because it's getting really, the war is escalating.
Well, here's the deal. I will say this. I need to try to make it to the GSS before the summer. Before June. And I definitely will take you guys along on that. And I'll get as many photos as I can. It'll be a mockumentary occasion.
Right.
And we'll see who's actually showing up at the place. I'd love to have conversations with people that are actually there. You know, what inspired them to come to make that, I won't say a pilgrimage. No, I won't use that word.
No, it's more like a curiosity, right?
Yeah, it's in the middle of, to me, it sounds like it's in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know what the place is like at night. You know, I don't know if
I wouldn't go at night alone, at least.
No. Let's see. You know, it closes at 11 p.m. But I would certainly I'd be there in the morning. Like, nope, I will not be there, and I wouldn't be out there by myself either. You know, no. The creeps come out, right? The creeps come out at night.
See, and that's another thing, Anthony, that all these people that are serving Lucy, they don't understand that concept that you clearly understand that he's a team of one. They're being used miserably, and that's why even Stephen or Stephen, whatever you call him in the book of Acts, said, forgive them, they know not what they do. He's a team of one, then that's it. So you're on the losing battle to start with. Did I just come here by myself? I didn't mean to. It's like, I can't, there's nothing else to, I mean, all of this nonsense is just proving where we're at and where it came from. The Bible.
Yeah. We can't, we're on a loop.
I'm here.
Okay. Tell us, what are you doing? So what I want to do is I want to go back to Marcy and I want to go back to Old Head Deuce for final thoughts on today's stream. Also, I didn't report the FFs. The FF out of South Carolina, is it, Marcy? Is it Columbus?
Yeah, South Carolina.
Or Columbus or Columbia.
It's South Carolina, yep.
Okay. So it's like a one level.
That one there won yesterday too? In Cali, though?
I don't know.
There was one in Cali too.
Wow.
Well, I'd like to say for the last thought on this is we can't let them do it. We have got to. I mean, I know it's probably redundant to write your congressman or call them. Do it anyway. Say we know what you're doing. We're tired of it. We're not going to take it.
They're narcissists. We see them hiding.
Yeah,
the mask is off.
We see you now. We know your mask is off, government narcissist. Yeah, don't do it.
Crush
Say
'em.
no. Don't do nothing. Whatever they say, run the opposite way, please.
Well, how many of these are we dealing with? These FFs, like we've got you had the Brooklyn situation. Now, like, I think the 2A. I think they're gonna try to declare 2A, or they're gonna declare it a health the defense a public health crisis, and you're gonna get your agencies, the CDC, coming out, because they have, to me, we've transferred power over to Farsi and the CDC.
Yeah,
it's like we have no other rules.
They're all corrupt. Okay, we don't have nobody. All of them are gone. They're all been taken over by whatever. So,
I mean, for instance, like even what is Congress doing about anything? They're not there. You know how, you notice this, you guys, if we go back to a year ago,
they're conning us.
We go back a year ago or so, a year or two ago, around this time, where Nancy was eating out of her big guzzled ice cream refrigerator, she basically was writing saying that the CDC had the power, or she deferred to everybody but Congress that could do something about what was going on in terms of the lockdowns and the pantries and all these places, and people not having funding, having what they needed to deal with the crisis. And so they basically, to me, what are they getting paid to do? Why are we paying them?
Tear down this place and give it to somebody else. That's exactly what we're paying for them this time. We've been doing it, though. They just were more sneaky about it before.
Right. Look who's here. It's Independent Manny United. How are you?
Hi, Independent. All right, Autumn, I'll let you go so you can get your talking, but yeah.
Oh, no. Well, I wanted to show this one thing. Okay, so we've got two systems that's going to replace, they're going to replace everything in twofold. It's going to be, we're going to have these people coming over the border to do the jobs that people don't want to do. Was it Angry Conservative talked about? We got kids that don't want to do these jobs. And then we're going to have the likes of Sophia, Amika, Jenny, Flippy. That's where the other part of the workforce will go. And then we'll be at the house. Tell us about where we're going to wind up in virtual reality, Marcy T.
No, you're gonna be on the blockchain in your little cubicle that you live in, and you do everything right there. You can go like this on your computer, order you up some nice, fine 3D printed chicken nuggets, for example.
Oh my God.
Made out of roach milk and worm meal. And you're going to like it because they're going to take your IQ and take it down to the dumbest person that can be on this computer playing games.
Sorry
for
about this
blockchain
noise.
energy. They've told us this, but I'm a conspiracy nut, apparently.
Wait. We're going to, one more time, for old time's sake, we're going to do a shout out to Denny's. We're going to end the stream with a shout out to Denny's right now. Hold on, Marcy T. We know this is your dream. This is your fantasy.
You know what? I'm bringing buckets of water, and I'm going to go, psh. Here, work through that, Flippy. You know how many computers I broke dropping a little drop of moisture on it? I got the deal.
You're going to singe Flippy. Okay, so here we go. For old time's sake, we're going to go ahead and give.
No, this isn't cute. I don't want it either. I'm not going to no restaurant that has no non-human server.
Okay, I agree.
Just FYI.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's get ready for our meal. You guys got your menu out? Because I don't know if she's gonna tell you anything. Don't ask her what comes on anything. She's not ready for that. Okay, so here we go. Bon appetit.
Yo, check this out. This is how they're serving the food at Denny's.
Take your food.
Whoa, poor little kid.
Oh,
I mean, that.
my God.
Wait.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this guy. So just really quick, here's this guy. This guy is absolutely wigged out. He's actually he's so programmed and he's togged down right now. I'll be quiet.
Stop. Go back into the kitchen.
Are you kidding me? This is the way they're serving the food now at Denny's.
Well, you got a mask on, so what are you doing?
Wow. Did y'all see that? Ooh, y'all, we living in the future for the show.
Did you hear him?
What did he say?
He said we're living in the future for sure. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, he thinks, do you see how Derek did this so eloquently the other night? He talked about Luciano's got a mask for us.
I can't hear you. What are you talking about? I can't understand you.
Independent Medi United says masked up though. Masked up though. But wait, do you see how he's like, wow, and you got the kid in the background going, wow? It's because we've been for our whole lives, it's gonna be robots in the near future, and we're gonna have driverless cars, and we're gonna have flying cars. And
do you know how they did that? I was one of the victims of watching the Jetsons.
Yeah, okay, so that's the Jetsons, the dog,
then we
the
had
robot
Lost
dog.
In Space. Then we had
Okay.
Lost in Space.
Okay, I got a robot dog
Danger,
for you.
Will Robertson. Danger. He was a flippy arm robot saying danger, danger, and he babysat Will's best friend.
But
then
wait,
we had E.T.
Right. So what was E.T.? What was his other purpose? Did he have another purpose? But wait.
E.T. was one with the human. You see how that concept being one with the human, the robot and the human. He even ate some of Elliot's blood. E.T. did, and he
Are
turned
you kidding me?
Yeah, it was really
Where did
crazy.
I miss that at? How did I miss that? How did I not know? Maybe I didn't watch the movie. I was just like, people were so
I went to
fascinated.
the theater and saw that movie. That's how old that movie is. And I loved it. And I was a kid. I even had a picture of me at Universal Studios in California. And I was riding the bike with the moon behind me.
Oh my God. You had the green screen and everything, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, wait a minute now. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get to a robotic dog for you. This is kind of a recap, a slight recap.
That
of the
one's
stuff we did tonight.
scary because his legs are backwards.
What is that about? Okay,
They're
so here we go.
Man.
Here we go. Now this is a Shanghai, I believe, where they are shouting out commands, your CV-19 commands coming from your robot dog. What do they call the robot dog from Astro? Was that Astro?
Yeah.
Astro was the dog. Okay, here we go. Your very own Astra.
体温，请消毒，少聚众，请通风，科学防疫，文明随行，戴口罩。
Oh my God, that's crazy, scary looking. It looks like a bug.
Yeah, because it has that freaking megaphone on the back.
体温，请消。
She's shouting out these commands. I guess it's Mandarin, I guess. Yeah, but so, we've been covering quite a bit of these stories on on here with these robots, the AI and everything. Let's see, what do we have from Independent Mini says in Fahrenheit 451, the robot dog starts fires and shoot, quote, the criminals, end quote. They're called the hounds. Oh.
The hellhounds.
Thank you, Independent Mini. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't like that.
You guys have all these great references and all this knowledge here. You know, I really appreciated everything for sure. Let's see, what else do we have? Ronan 22. She says creepy AF. Yeah, it is. Okay, and then for the final one, to ease your pain at the pump. This is kind of a recap for those of you that may have missed the stream the other night. Get your gas. Are you guys ready for less pain at the pump? You don't have to deal with the human element. That's what's going away in all of this. You're not going to have to deal with us filthy human beings. Okay? Are you guys ready? Luciano says coming to a blue city near you. What about those smart cities? Where are they? Does anybody know about the smart cities?
Yeah, they're all over the world. I think, what's that capital of the Illuminati? It's over there in the Middle Eastern country.
Okay, like I think I know because Derek C. Williams is like right on it. Like he was covering that for a while. So
hey, did you hear about that guy that got arrested because he put a bumper sticker on a gas tank that said Biden did this?
But you know they're showing up everywhere. I'm starting to see. I think I've seen one in California recently. Like,
well, our gas stopped capped at 386 in Michigan.
Well, I think I think it's slowing down.
Now, did you hear he's opening the pipeline back up?
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm. Just in time for guess what? November. What's happening in November? I don't know. I'm just crazy. I don't know what happens in November. What happens in November?
All right. Again, your guess is as good as mine, Marcy. Okay, it says soon here. This is a recap video here. Soon, minimum wage workers won't be needed. No employee gas stations. Okay, so this is in Alabama. I forgot the name of the city, but I'll get the city for anybody that like angry probably wants the city. I think for sure. So here we go. You ready? You ready? And we're being mocked on this one too. Here we go.
I mean, of course.
To get some fuel. Hey everyone, I stopped at a gas station in Alabama to get some fuel, and y'all talk about minimum wage, how high it's getting and stuff. This gas station is what's going to happen. Everything is automated. There's not a soul here working. And I'm going to show you around to show you what I've seen. I've never seen this before, but I'm here with my truck. Just got out. It's just a regular gas pump. You pay at the pump. But let me take you inside.
Okay, so look at this. It's Patriot.
Like I say, there's no attendant.
Patriot.
There's nobody here.
Patriot 24 Hour is the name of this place.
You go in.
Yeah, every time they name something Patriot, it's unpatriot.
Right, the mockery. See, I'm going to zoom this in.
Window. There's nothing.
You know,
it says pay at the pump only, no cash accepted. There's your coffee, ice.
There's how you get rid of the cash.
I ain't never seen nothing like this. You talk about minimum wage going up. This is what's going to happen. There's nobody here to pay.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you been traveling at night and
All of
stopped
these
at a gas
machines are
station,
automated.
Autumn?
Ooh, I try not
And
to
you
do
want
it
to
at night.
talk to somebody,
All
a
you do is
human
come
that's
over here and
at the
touch the
gas
screen.
station.
Okay, wait.
Now
So you
can
see
see.
that? That's the Patriot Market. You're right, Marcy. I try not to do unless I'm like a cross country trip.
Yeah, we used to Michigan. We go to Florida all the time. The teenagers, we drive to Florida. It takes 24 hours, and we stop at these gas stations. And a lot of times, you just want to talk to somebody, right? You're the only one awake. You go in there, get your coffee. Want to talk to a human just for humanness? No, all gone. Thing of the past. We can't let this happen.
Well, they're obsolescence. We humans are, and not to forget about the Flippy Burger and then that Moxie robot that they're using to teach your kids. I'm telling you, they're trying to take this thing over. Here, I'll go ahead and finish this one out for you. All right, so they're getting it's the Patriot Market 24 hours. So Patriot, They always give you this virtuous things on the front, just like the bills they write.
Yeah,
You pick what you
Patriot
want.
Act.
I wanted a drink. Drink. Let's take sodas. Soda. There's all the sodas. You put your money in the machine, and the sodas are down here. They drop down. Now let me show you the bathroom. There's the ladies. There's the men's. Restrooms, purchase required. Code on the bottom.
They got Europe beat on this one. You gotta pay. You gotta pay the janitor too. Pay for the janitorial services when you use this restroom. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, you guys ready for the restroom? Okay, so here you go. Ready to pay?
Restrooms, purchase required. Code on the bottom of receipt. You have to purchase gas outside to get a code. You punch it in right here. It's for the women's. That's for the men's. And there's not a soul here. So they don't have to pay minimum wage.
Patriot Market,
And all they have
24.
over here is they have a microwave, stuff for your coffee, ice, everything. Gas pumps on this side. Gas pumps on the other side. No one. So that's
Well, I think he did a nice job with this video. Very clear, very to the point.
Yeah, and very made my stomach feel sick watching that. Wow.
But who are they going to call when the crap goes down? When the crap hits the fan at that particular 24-hour Patriot market, they're going to call some human being out there? Or are they going to call Flippy or Jen or one of these robots to come and do it?
Programmer.
Okay. All right. So for one more, just for AI's sake, I got one more for you, and then we're going to wrap it up. Independent Mini, that is in Alabama. I'll get you the city for that soon. I had it, but I forgot the name. It's probably a little small, little armpit town. But
Wow,
it's
that's
definitely
crazy still.
it's it's bananas, but we do what we can around here. Okay.
So they're
I'm gonna get ready.
sneaking them in these little cities in states that are smaller.
Right,
Wow.
right. That's right. All these people that are coming in from these other places, they're going to flood, and they know that's where a lot of the conservative bases and the roots, a lot of conservative places are in these places. A lot of populace is there. So, for old time's sake, we're going to bring back another job killer for you. Did I say that? The job killer.
Where'd old Deuce go? He snuck off. He didn't want to
He
give
snuck
us
off,
his
old
last
head.
piece.
Old head Deuce, what's happening? Is this how you get out of things?
Sneak
Is that-
on
is that-
out.
You get on out, you get out, no in and out, nobody gets hurt, right? Is that how you're rolling? All right, so I got it for you. Just give me 1 second. I had it, but not to worry, you're going to be serviced, okay? You're going to be serviced, not to worry about it. And then, because I have a whole bunch of, okay, we're going to go to this one here. It's going to be nothing short of amazing. Okay, so we got you ready for your burger. We were talking about In-N-Out, and you're not going to be making, you're not going to have your high school kids are not going to have these experiences. And see, this is the other thing when they talk about inequity and all this stuff. These burger joint jobs were never meant to support a family. You're not supposed to support a family off of flipping burgers. Whoever told you that? Who told you that you're supposed to support a whole family, an entire family, off of flipping burgers? Or being on fries, or
Nobody.
washing the lettuce.
There was always a transitional position, correct? Get you through
I say.
high school. Yeah.
Yeah, give you some extra gas, a t-shirt money or something for the pep rally, and you move on. So okay, we're gonna go with Flippy right now. Are you guys ready? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one. Let me know if you have any sound issues. Swing. For old time's sake. Miso Robotics. We got all these companies. Oh my gosh. Get out of the way. Flippy, Pasadena, Cali Burger, Miso AI. So the kitchen staff Flippy's kitchen. You see that? Not your kitchen. It's not your kitchen. It's Flippy's kitchen. She's going to switch the spatulas. She's going to switch the spatulas to make sure it's all clean for you. They hope to put Flippy in more nationwide. Brought to you by the Peacock station. Okay, Ronan says, 22 Ronan, aka Old Head Dude, says, I've been flipping fries for 40 years. All right. Okay.
You have not into your mouth, baby. Like this.
Wait a minute. Gary Gage says, did you see that photo of a 1949 burger drive-in, fully automated? Unreal, man. No, I haven't seen that. Oh my gosh. Gary Gage. Anthony Van Zant says, migration snow globes perception management thus fly on the wall tech, because without surveillance, they can't recalibrate and readjust our counter moves. We need to swap out the tech operators. You know, we've been talking about flying monkeys around here. Do we have any, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any flying monkeys in the stream?
No, well, I'm not looking at that stream.
I hope not.
I've been looking at the other one. Sorry. I didn't see any flying monkeys.
They just came to see if you were all right. I just came to make sure you were all right, Marcy. So Marcy, back to you, Marcy. Can you give us a final word on today's stream?
Don't let them do it. Stand up for your rights. We have them still, maybe. I don't know. Possibly. Just keep talking, keep telling, and keep loving each other, because that's the thing. We're all been beat down so hard, and we got to love each other because there's nobody else to do it. These people have no love at all. I don't see it. And these narcissists have been jumping out of people like it's crazy. That I never noticed it before, and now I'm seeing it in a lot of people, and that's what's making me really leery of, we're running out of time here. It can't be sustainable at this rate. I know at least 5 people going through it with a toxic, malignant, covert narcissist chasing us down and being evil. And all we can do is help each other and keep standing up and telling everybody, don't put up with this behavior, you guys. It's hard. You don't want to go on the defensive, but sometimes we have to. Just keep sticking up for each other and loving and telling the truth, okay? Much love, everybody. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Autumn. Much love, sister. I'll see you later, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Marcy T. And
love
thank you guys.
Love you, Ronan. Love you, Flippy. Just kidding.
No, she's got no love for Flippy. All right. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in on this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And we had Mad Militant here. Because I think enslavement is the ultimate goal here. So thank you so much for joining us on the weekend. Guys, thank you so much again. And I want to thank all of my panelists who joined the panel. That would be, my gosh, Old Head Deuce. You have so many aliases right now. 22 Ronin, Old Head Troll, King Trolled, Old Head Deuce, Old Head Deuce, Mars CT. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It really gives a little bit more vibrance to the show, and yeah, I appreciate it on us, especially on a Saturday. We didn't get fully into that article on the out of the New York Times. It was a little bit strong. You need a strong stomach for a lot of the stuff that comes out of the liberal drizzle. But I appreciate you guys so much as always. So I want to say salute to everybody that came out overall. And yeah, independent, many united. Yes, I'm going to be one more time. Uncool Paranoia. I'm going to be on her show. She's doing a show, I think, entitled Clown World. Let me see if I can pull it up here right quick right before I say salute to everyone. Hopefully you guys will join us. It's going to be at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I didn't put it on the community tab. I don't think I did, but I will get it for you. So make sure you don't miss. Maybe I'll pop over there real quick. I'll get it for you really quickly here. Not to worry, not to worry. We'll get it here, and then you guys can come over if you like. I think it's going to be fun. We love Uncool Paranoia around here. We're going to try to bring the heat. I'm going to try to bring as much fun as we can. So yeah, so I'm going to share this with you. So actually, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it onto my page, and then you guys, of course, you're welcome to come over. Don't miss it, is what I always say. Don't miss it. It's going to be at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 EST. So wherever you are in the world, good afternoon, good evening, citizens of, dare I say, citizens of YouTube or their tube. Yeah, so it's going to be live in 3 hours, 7:30. So I look forward to seeing you guys over there if at all possible. I am doing a little bit of buffering right here. I'm not sure what triggered it, but I'll get back to normal here in just a second. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, so the post was created. A little bit delay on here. Sorry, guys. Just a little delay there. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Good grief. I'm sitting here saying salute to everybody, and Marcy says, I can't hear you. I'm saying salute to everybody. Gary Gage, thank you so much. Luciano, thank you so much for coming in. Disavowed Podcast, I think, was here. Uncool Paranoia, thank you so much for coming in. I look forward to seeing you later. Luciano, Anthony Van Zant, you guys are keeping us all informed and entertained as well. Freedom's March was here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marcy T, for saving the day there on the audio. And who else do we have? Let's see, Gary Gage. Thank you guys for coming on screen. I really appreciate it. And who else do we have? Uncool Paranoia. I got that. I got you. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think was Anarchy Television, I think, was here. Thank you so much, Anarchy Television, for coming in. Really appreciate it. 22 Ronan. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dubai is the place, I think, where the smart city is kind of up and running, so to speak. And let's see, Marcy T, Freedom's March. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay, I got it. She's laughing. Let's see, what else do we have? Thank you so much, Marcy T. I appreciate you. And Snapzilla, aka Freedom's March. I really appreciate you for coming in and making the time to come in here and see us. And Independent Many says Anarchy introduced me to your channel. I really appreciate it. And I love your channel. I got in, I think, at the end, or I'm not sure where it was in your last stream, but I will not be missing them. I've got the notifications on and I will be alert. All right, guys. So you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. For those of you that get a chance, if you get a chance to come in to the Clown World, as you can see on your screen, you get a chance to come into Clown World, I'm sure you'll be well received over there. Uncool is going to be there. We're going to have a good time over there. That's at 10:30 EST tonight. So once again, thank you for coming in for the weekend. Thank you, Marcy T. And we're going to get going. We're going to make like a banana and split. Not like, we're not going to make like we're not going to walk up a bunch of stairs going into a private aircraft. We're not going to make like that. We're going to make like a banana and split. And not let the doors hit us where we were split. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day. And I don't know, if I don't see you, tomorrow, we'll catch up. All right, guys.